I will. So, I am actually a lesbian empty nester, if you can believe it. I have 20-year-old twins. Wow. She looks so young. Before I was a lesbian empty nester, I was a lesbian soccer mom. Right? For that, I was happy. It's a little different now, what can I say? Anyway, we're just out of Halloween season, right? And I'm a person who really likes Dracula movies. I like vampire movies. I think they are sort of the sexiest, kind of scary monster, right? And I don't know if you guys remember, but there was this movie in the 90s called Bram Stoker's Dracula. Mm-hmm. And it had Gary Oldman and Winona Ryder. And Gary Oldman looked down at Winona Ryder and he said, "I have crossed oceans of time for you." So hot. Like the hottest line ever, right? Like this used to make me really sad because I could not get bitches to go east of La Cienega for me. Back in the day, if you can believe it. And then the other thing, about Dracula is he has a type, right? It's always some wisp of a girl. Some fun-sized girl with alabaster skin, right? This makes zero sense to me. If Dracula had any sense, he would go after somebody who looks like me. Strictly from a blood volume standpoint, I am much more efficient, You could have 4 Winona Ryders or 1 Mary Youth. Take your pick, I am the equivalent of a vampire Costco run, And then Dracula would drag me back to the castle, and he'd throw me in the dungeon, and he'd go, "Dudes, I've got a kegger. She's in the back." Anyway, here goes an eyelash. I may as well yank the other one. Anyway, and then the thing about having twins is it was like a freaking MMA cage match from the minute they emerged out of me and started breathing air, And in order for me to not murder them and end up on Dateline, we did this thing. We enrolled them in sports from the time they were really, really young, And I'm gonna make a little confession here. We took them to all of the practices, but when we took them to the games, we were secretly hoping for them to lose. Because what you find out rather quickly in youth sports is the longer they win, the longer the fucking season lasts. You got your quarters, you got your semis, you got your finals. Do you know what the parents get if your kids win the finals? You get to take a group of rabid 11-year-olds to Las Vegas. I would rather blow Ted Cruz. Do that again. Talk about sucking the devil's dick. I'm telling you. God bless Heidi Cruz. Anyway, you know what I mean? And then you're in that weird Fremont experience place, and there's all these strippers handing out naked postcards, and your little 11-year-olds are very enthusiastically collecting every one. Which looks really great if you're a lesbian, let me tell you. You're objectifying women in front of everybody, And then, I have another, serious confession to make. What also would happen is, because my boys were very, very good at sports. Shockingly, I think they got most of the DNA from the other side. So they were really good at sports. And what would happen is the kids from the other team would start talking shit about my children. And their parents would too. And this would make me see red, right? But eventually I came to understand that this is a compliment. It means that the other children are afraid of your children. And in our case, justifiably so. We had them playing football and lacrosse. Better they should hit other kids than each other, right? So, anyway, and then, But I gotta tell you, it is like, seriously, the best orgasm you've ever had in your life, and a shot of heroin to your brain when your kid freight trains the shit talker on the field. Oh my God. I wish this feeling for you. It's delicious. I am a bad person. Okay, and then the weird part was the dichotomy between what I was allowed to say and what I was thinking. Because I was like, oh no, is Tyler hurt? Look, he's trying to get up. Shake it off, pal, shake it off. And then in my head, I was like, you fucked around and found out, didn't you, Tyler? You know, the other thing I was thinking is a little bit weird. It's like in Los Angeles, owning pets is almost like being in a cult. You know? It's like, you must have a rescue animal or you are a monster. You know what I mean? And like, at first, you know, I mean, I think the word rescue is a little aggressive. You know? I mean, it's not like you saved your schnauzer from a house fire. You know what I mean? There was no rappelling gear involved. You adopted your schnauzer, all right? Like, we don't say this with people. We don't say, I rescued little Wen Ho from China. We've adopted him. You've adopted a dog. You know, and it started out where you just had to get a rescue pet. That was, you know, sufficient. Now you have to get a senior rescue, you know, animal. And then if you're really, really an influencer, what you really got to have is a disabled senior rescue animal. You know, like one of those dogs with the little, like, you know, like little wheelchair things, you know what I mean? And as a matter of fact, I mean, I heard Bella Hadid has a 19-year-old bipolar Chiweenie. Yeah, with mesothelioma. And 3.5 million TikTok followers. So, you know. Anyway, my son Kenji is here, and I'm going to make it so he never ever wants to come see me again. I'm going to do a little parental bragging, okay? He is in college, and he has never gotten a B. He's like an A student. Kenji is in honors college. Yeah. He has a job at a fancy restaurant down in Santa Monica, fancy Italian restaurant. Yeah.
Not the Cheesecake Factory.
Not the Cheesecake Factory. No, not Olive Garden. None of the usual suspects. But anyway, but when he was born, here's a confession, when he was little, I thought he was special needs. Because he did all this like really dumb shit, you know? Like for example, the first time I took him to the snow, he ran out barefoot into the snow. And, you know, he's crying because his little bare feet hurt. And I, like, picked him up, and I dusted him off. And I was thinking, well, at least I don't have to start a college fund for this one. I can just, you know, rechannel all that money into, like, vacations, you know. Sadly, now I'm going to have to come up with money for grad school, you know.
Nice.
I don't know, I'm thinking about an OnlyFans. I don't think I could make too much money on that, but anyway. You know, and then the other thing that is like going on too, I don't know if you guys know about this, but a lot of politicians have been accusing LGBT parents, gay parents, of being groomers. And, you know, I'm going to say this in front of all of you, and you can really see it by looking at Kenji. He's not been groomed a single day in his life. You know, I don't know. And then the other thing is I get a lot of shit on Twitter for being a gay parent. And I'm usually like, come at me, bro. You know? Because I can handle a Twitter beef. That's not a problem. You know, but it's not as fun when you realize how fucking stupid these guys are. It's like, no, sir, misogynist is not spelled with a J. Would you like to sound it out? hope we can do that. Or, like these are men who do not know the difference between which and which. They're two different spellings and two different meanings. Like, which high school did you drop out of? Or, Marjorie Taylor Greene is a cunt! Anyway. So they're probably gonna have to come back home again for the winter holidays. They were home for summer, when I was doing their laundry, just like I used to dream of when I was a little girl. And I've been finding some random girls' clothing in their laundry. I don't know if my son is a serial killer or a player, but I'm tired of doing these bitches' laundry, My partner and I, we have been together for 29 years. We are not thong lesbians. Take your fucking underwear home. And the other thing is, like, every night, every day around 2, I would get this, night, day, whatever. I would get the same goddamn question. Mom, what are you making for dinner? Mom, what are you making for dinner? I'm like, you have a card, an ATM card. Why is this my responsibility? If I wanted some dude on my ass every night to make dinner, I would have been a heterosexual. All right, thank you so much.
I will take over that laundry duty. Seriously. Play on, player.